see Deadhead Brian Johnson battle Deuce Donatelli with Miss Ginger. And in a grudge match, it'll be the chairman of CPW Switchblade against the masked man, Chemo the Samoan, with Brooklyn. All that, plus Linc Curry in action, and more when Championship Pro Wrestling returns to Kaiser for Fan Appreciation Night this Saturday. And our fans in Romney, don't forget, we'll be back Saturday night, October the 20th. Wrestle War 2007, sponsored by the Romney Fire Department. You'll see CPW Heavyweight Champion Jake the Machine Davis, CPW Tag Team Champions Damage Incorporated, CPW West Virginia Champion Hijinks, Sexy Lexi Lane as the ladies return to Championship Pro Wrestling. Plus, the Living Nightmare Griffen, Leslie Leatherman, Sexy Shane Shadows, and much more when CPW rolls back into Romney. It is main event time on the 50th episode of CPW Showdown, and main event time for part one of No Quarter Weekend. Alex Young, we're going to see a match for the CPW Unified Heavyweight title.
Yeah, but I think Jake's reign's going to come to an end tonight, because he's got an extremely tough competitor, probably one of the most dangerous, most insane men, right there, Griffen.
Well, here comes Griffen, the living nightmare, the man from South Mountain, Maryland, and right now the number one contender for that CPW Unified Heavyweight title.
Yeah, and noticing that he's not there with his manager, so in my opinion, that just makes him even more dangerous.
Marcus Dowling, originally we thought he was going to be here. He begged off. He had a pressing family business, I think is what he said. But, yeah, that could make Griffen, more dangerous. Marcus Dowling seems to be the one man in CPW who knows how to handle the big guy.
Yeah, basically there's only been two people. Gino Sammartino, who unfortunately is no longer with CPW as a result of suspension, and Marcus Dowling.
Well, Gino did lose that loser leaves CPW for a year match. But that is a topic for another time, as we are about to see the CPW Unified Heavyweight Champion.
CPW Unified Heavyweight Champion.
Thanks, Spike. We appreciate that.
The Machine Davis.
Here comes Jake Davis. He captured the CPW Heavyweight title on April the 14th in Romney. And wait a minute, Griffen ran out to meet him. They're brawling in front of the sound equipment. This match is going to start out here on the grass, here on the field, here at Riverbend Park. Oh, and Griffen just punched the rail. He went after Jake Davis. His left hand, his fist caught that steel rail, and Jake Davis running off the apron. Oh! Griffen just crushes Jake Davis.
Yeah, that can seriously do some damage to your spine.
I would say so. Well, Buddha's right. Technically, the bell hasn't even rung, and our champion already at a disadvantage.
Oh, now it's rung.
Now it's rung, and now Griffen, he seems to have forgotten there's a match going on. He has the champion in big trouble in the middle of the ring. Here he comes. 6'6", 6'7", I'm not sure exactly. He's tall, he's big, and another guy who doesn't seem to care too much about the rules. Buddha trying to step in, and Buddha better watch out for himself.
Yeah, this is one of those situations where it's pretty much a lose-lose situation for Jake. Because even if he wins the match, he's going to be so injured, so battered, so bruised from Griffen that he's not going to be able to do anything next month.
Well, that's a possibility. He's got to worry about this month. He's got. After this,
he's got a match tomorrow.
Yeah, and he's got that. And if he gets, whether he gets by that or not, if he's healthy, he's got that Kaiser Street fight on the 29th. Oh, and Griffen just smothering Jake out on the floor. Well, it's not floor, it's grass.
Out on the earth, the dirt.
Yeah. He rams Griffen ramming Jake the Machine Davis into that ring apron, and the count's still rolling. It's like both wrestlers don't seem to, they've forgotten about the match. They're just after. Oh, he just hip tossed Jake Davis. Griffen hip tosses Jake Davis onto the earth.
Yeah, I think Jake flew good 6-7 feet there.
And Buddha could have counted both wrestlers out right there, but that's not what he wants to do. He's checking on Jake Davis and seeing whether the champion can continue. And Jake Davis has been in some vicious and brutal matches all throughout 2007, including after he won the title. I just don't think anybody has physically laid into Jake Davis the way Griffen is. Maybe Leslie Leatherman, but Leatherman and Griffen are going to be tag teaming against Jake and Shane Shadows on the 29th.
Yes, I would not want to be either Jake or Shane in that match.
Well, that first match, I mean, you saw it last month in Kaiser. That was a horrific battle. There's no way that's going to be settled in a normal match. Griffen catches Jake the Machine Davis, unable to, I think he wanted a hot shot, but unable to control the weight of Jake Davis. He goes 245, 250. Davis has Griffen in the corner, reversal. Griffen charges it, splash in the corner. And Jake Davis, he just has not been able to get on track. He has been on the defensive against Griffen most of this contest.
Yeah, I mean, right off the back, that ramming his spine into the steel post and slamming him on the ground. And it's not like nice wooden floor where it's nice and smooth. I mean, there could be rocks just sticking up out of there. I mean, who knows what jabbed into him.
Jake Davis gets the boot up. He's on the second turnbuckle. Drop kick off the second turnbuckle. Caught. Looks like his left foot caught Griffen flush in the jaw. And Griffen is down. Jake is down. The question is, who's going to be able to get to their feet first? And we have the possibility, the Living Nightmare is very close, I think, to becoming the CPW heavyweight champion. He drops the knee across the throat of Jake Davis. Griffen's big challenge is going to be remembering the rules and not getting himself disqualified, not getting himself counted out, focusing on scoring a pinfall or submission.
Yeah, you don't usually see Griffen going for pinfalls that often. I mean, submissions is what his main thing is, and I think without Marcus, that's pretty much what he's going to rely on.
Well, this has been more of a fight than a wrestling match. Griffen swinging, I don't know, I guess a boss man slam you'd call it. And now he's going for that Anaconda hold. The Anaconda hold that put out a number of wrestlers on Griffen's rise to the #1 contendership. Jake Davis is caught in the middle of the ring. Jake Davis is about to lose a CPW title, in my opinion. He's got to find a way out.
Yeah, he's got that arm way back behind his head there.
We've seen Griffen injure opponents. He practically wrenches that arm out of the socket when he does that.
Yeah, don't pulls out of the socket. Don't kind of really hyperextend those muscles and tendons.
Oh my goodness! Well, we have just seen. No, Jake Davis not done quite yet, but he's got to figure out a way out of this hole.
It's not easy.
And it looks like Griffen. I mean, it's almost like Griffen is pulling Jake up a little bit. Jake manages to get a fist to the ribs, and another one. Get some separation. That's exactly what he needed to do. Spinebuster! That should do it! No, right, Jake is unable to follow up.
Yeah, well, I mean, Jake has gone through hell and back already so far, so I don't know how much he has left in him.
Well, this match has gone maybe a little over 5 minutes, but it's just been an incredibly physical match. And now Griffen back up. Griffen up first, working over the ribs, setting for a suplex. No, wait, he's not setting for a suplex. He's positioning Jake on the top rope. And Jake Davis, Jake Davis fighting back. He knows that he doesn't want Griffen pulling him down off the top rope. Jake slowly getting to his feet. Jake getting to the top turnbuckle. Headbutt off the top turnbuckle. And that damaged both wrestlers.
Yeah, I mean, as far as you know, Jake could have given himself a concussion through that.
Well, Jake rolls over on... No, he is not going to get the 3 count that way. Griffen is not out of it. I don't know what it's going to take. These are 2 of our very best here in CPW. And, they have taken so much from each other. And I just don't know how much each of them has left. Jake in big trouble in the corner. Griffen gets a charge at... No, he misses. And he tumbles out over the top rope. Jake Davis, I don't know whether he got out of the way deliberately or just fell over.
Yeah, unfortunately, just a little too much mass with too much velocity and just propelled Griffen right over that top rope.
And Griffen gets right back up, and he's got a chair. Well, this is what we talk about. Griffin's got a chair. Jake Davis said, this is not the Kaiser Street fight. Buddha explaining to Griffen he cannot use a chair. Oh, and Griffen just shoved Buddha. And now Jake has a chair and he can't use it either. Oh my goodness!
Disqualified Jake.
He should be disqualified for that, just as Griffen should be disqualified for shoving Buddha.
Thought that was accidental. The chair shot, that was intentional.
Jake goes right after Griffen over the top rope. Oh my goodness! Well, one of these wrestlers has been disqualified, or maybe both. I don't know yet, but Jake Davis still the CPW Heavyweight Champion. I just don't know for how much longer he can last. He's had to fight off Griffen. He's had to fight off Leslie Leatherman. And I don't know how much more the champ has in him.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Buddha has disqualified both wrestlers. Still your CPW champion.
Well, fans, that's going to do it here in Falling Waters. Both wrestlers disqualified. Nothing settled. I think there's going to have to be a rematch, Alex.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, you can't let a match like this end, you know. But if it were up to me, I'd say let him back in the ring right now.
Well, that's true. The referee's out there trying to separate both wrestlers and the security guards here at Riverbend. Jake's not leaving. Griffen's not leaving. Jake charges Griffen. And they're still going at it. Griffen on top of Jake. What's it going to take? They're going to be fighting over the title. They're going to be in the Kaiser Street fight on the 29th. Referee's trying to restrain Griffen.
Okay,
Mike Callahan trying to restrain Griffen.
We got wrestlers out trying to pull him back.
Deuce Donatelli's out. This is incredible. Fans, what a show we have had here in Falling Waters, West Virginia at Riverbend Park. Thank you for being a part of 50 episodes of CPW Showdown.
These guys are always bringing us out here, and they always want us to talk. Jake just got out of the ring with a hard fight against Griffen. But I'll tell you what, there ain't going to be no excuses, and there ain't going to be no quarter given, none asked on the 29th at the Fire Hall, baby, because we broke that thing down last month, and this time around, Kaiser Street Fight, Jake the Machine, Davis Shake Shadows, we're going to tear it up, baby. You tell them about it, champ.
That's right, Shane. Leslie Leatherman, Griffen. Griffen, tonight, you saw that I'll give everything in my body to get the job done. So you better rest assured I'm bringing that to the table on the 29th of September in Kaiser, West Virginia, in that street fight. And Leslie, you and I, we've known each other for decades, and you know what I'm all about. So you guys bring everything you got, because you damn sure know that Shane and I are.
You better be ready, boys.
Kaiser, West Virginia, the home of CPW. The Kaiser Fire Hall, Fan Appreciation Night, September 29th. It's a return match. It's a Kaiser Street Fight. It's Sexy Shane Shadows and the CPW Heavyweight Champion, Jake the Machine Davis, against the greatest CPW Heavyweight Champion of all time, Leslie Leatherman, and the Living Nightmare, Griffen. Now, when you step into a street fight, you have to expect certain things. You have to expect punishment. You have to expect destruction. And after what we did to Kaiser the other night, the last time we were there, we tore that place apart. That fire hall's not going to be able to hold us. So boys, whenever Leslie Leatherman comes at you, ow, you better be ready for whatever I bring. As for Griffen, Griffen's just going to bring one thing.